Good afternoon. It's me, Jafar Bia, and today I'll be conducting your IELTS speaking test. So, are you ready to begin your test?
Sure.
All right. So, as you know, in the IELTS speaking test, there will be three parts. In the part one, I'll be asking you some basic questions and also some of the familiar topics. And in the part two, I'll provide you a cue card where you have to speak for 2 minutes. And in the final part, that will be the discussion part, and I'll be asking you some questions related to your part two. So, are you ready to begin your test?
I am ready, yes.
All right, okay. So, first of all, can I have your full name, please?
My name is Fardeen Mahtab.
All right. So, where are you from?
I'm from Mirpur, Dhaka. I live there with my parents. Yes.
All right. So how do you feel about the area where you live?
I think Mirpur is a very congested area. But recently there have been a lot of developments, so the roads are very nice, and there are lots of hospitals around the place where I live, and there's also a stadium that is very popular. Okay, so Mirpur sees a lot of hype throughout the year. There's lots of restaurants. There's like a very important government offices over there. So if you live in Mirpur, maybe you'll see lots of people on the road, but it's a good place to live. Okay, the rents are reasonable, and also like you will also have all the amenities close by. Yeah.
All right. So have there been any recent changes to your area, and what are they?
The changes they have not been that recent. Like ever since the 2011 World Cup, the roads have been wider. They have been smoother, and the construction has been there has been some constructions to make the roads and the places, the markets, the buildings like more aesthetic or better looking or more functional. So Mirpur, the living around Mirpur has become much more pleasant.
All right. So do you like these changes?
Yes,
And why?
I do like these changes because, as I said, like the population of I don't know what the population of Mirpur is, but it is a very densely populated locality. So the roads used to be always be packed. There was so much traffic, and it's not all gone, but it's like definitely decreased.
So do you consider yourself healthy?
I think so. I mean, I might look skinny, but I think I am healthy than most people. I like to exercise regularly. I also look after what I eat.
Okay. So how do you maintain your health?
Like I said, I like to exercise, so I have a routine where it's difficult to exercise regularly because like life gets in the way. So I have developed a routine where I like to exercise like once when I wake up, then before I take a bath, and then once before I go to bed. So this has helped me keep somewhat fit.
That's great. What type of exercise do you engage in?
Usually, if I have a busy day, like if I have office, then I only do push-ups and squat.
All right. So do you like this kind of exercise?
I do, yes. I have been exercising for a long time, and I think I have grown accustomed to these exercises, and they come very easy to me. So, it's not like I am drained of energy and I can't do anything else if I exercise. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, do people in your country exercise regularly?
I think it depends on the demographic, like based on the age. I think people around like uh, late teens to early 20s, I think they exercise a lot. And in Bangladesh, the obesity is not that high, so usually older people they don't exercise much. But by the most popular kind of exercise in my country is I think walking. People like to walk.
Right. Okay. All right, Fardeen. So that's all about your speaking part one. Let's move into the speaking part two. And in this part, you'll be given a topic and you'll given 1 minute to prepare yourself. And I'll provide you a piece of paper and pencil. If you want, you can take some notes as well. Okay. Your topic is describe a traditional celebration, festival, or ceremony where in your country that you enjoy, and you should say what it is, what you do to celebrate it, who you celebrate it with, and explain why you enjoy it. So here is your topic, and here is the paper and pen. So if you want, you can take some notes.
Okay, thank you.
So can you start, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
Eid is a very popular festival in Bangladesh because it's a Muslim-centric country. So, and there are two Eids. But the one that I like most is Eid ul-Adha, correct? And it is also known as Qurbani Eid. So, what I like most about Eid ul-Adha is that you get to go to the hut. Hut means a cattle farm or like a place where people sell cattle. So that's a very exciting, like it's a very exciting day for most families when like the young people with their parents they go to hut to purchase a cattle. So I enjoy that very much. I enjoy the anticipation, the hassle of Eid, the hassle of maintaining bringing a cow home, taking care of it, and I don't enjoy the day of the Eid as much, but it's still fine, and I get to spend it with my cousins, who I don't really get to see them a lot during the year, but during Eid they come to my place like 2 days before Eid, so we spend a lot of time. We go to the hut together. It's a Eid al-Adha is a very hectic holiday, but it's still fun. It's to me it's more memorable than Eid al-Fitr. Okay, and usually during Eid, what happens is like my father is like he doesn't go to the hut anymore because it's a waste, like, too much hassle and it's a lot of strain on his health. So usually I go and I take care of the purchase. So I bargain with the like we call them bepari, the people who sell cows. So I bargain with them, and it's a whole thing. Okay. The hassling it's like very stressful, but still at the end of the day it's very fun when you get to come home with an animal that you like.
All right, that's all about it, right? Okay, thank you. So let's move into the speaking part 3, and in this part, I'll be asking you some questions related to your part 2.
Okay.
So, how much do you enjoy festivals or traditional celebrations?
Okay. I really enjoy festivals, okay, because life is very busy. Whatever you do, life always gets in the way. So whenever I have time, whenever I get a holiday, especially during festivals, I really like to take advantage of it. I go out with my friends. I like to participate in all the small traditions of that holiday. So yes.
All right. So, how many traditional celebrations are there in your home country?
I don't know the exact number, but there's a lot. Okay, like people celebrate Eid. There's two kinds of Eid. People celebrate pujas, and then there's Buddha Purnima, which is a festival for the Buddha.
Okay, how are these festivals celebrated?
Okay, so usually in Bangladesh, people very like to make a big deal about holidays, or sorry, not holidays, festivals. So usually the arrangements they last for days. The preparations people go into a lot of people like to make arrangements days before the actual holiday. Okay, they do a lot of planning, and usually most of the time people celebrate it with families as well as their friends. So the celebrations last for days, and it's a very good way to take stress out of your daily life.
All right, next question for you, which is there any difference between traditional celebrations now and in the past?
Okay, I think so. I think so because in the past, like celebrations were mostly about religion. Okay, people would be people would be really fussed about about maintaining all the norms that their individual religions invoke. But nowadays, people just mostly do it not to maintain any religious quota. They do it so that they can have fun. They do it as a sort of celebration. I think so.
Okay, is it important to teach children about customs and traditions in schools?
I think so. Yes, I think it's very important that children learn about the respective religions or customs or traditions of their country, so that they can participate in them equally, or at least so that they may mm, maintain themselves in a way so as not to offend people from a different religion or different caste.
Okay, so do people in your country like celebrating birthdays and weddings?
Yes, people. I think even people in every country like celebrating birthdays and weddings. In my country, it's no different. People really like celebrating weddings, and but usually the weddings, the celebration of the weddings is not as elaborated as it is in other countries, and people also like to keep the cost minimum. So, yeah, I mean, people like to have fun, but in our country, I think the celebrations are also like done in a way so as they are economical for both families.
So in our country, some people believe that spending a lot of money can increase their fame in the community or in the society. So in that perspective, what's your opinion?
Well, I think some people still think that, and I think it depends. Okay, because I think it does have an effect. Okay, if you go to a wedding and you see lavish decorations, for some reason I think this is our human nature, but we tend to think highly of that person, highly of that family who is the family that is arranging the wedding. So although like the common sense dictates that this should not be the case, we should not like think favorably of people just because they can spend money, but we do. So I think it does. It is a factor. It is a contributing factor, and it does has plays some part in it.
All right, the last question of the today's test. Are food and music important aspects of a wedding celebration?
Yes, I think in any kind of celebration, food and music should play a part, except from maybe religious celebrations where music should not be a part of it. But I think in weddings, as you said, yes, the music it does play a part, and the food as well. Like whenever people go to celebrate someone else's day, they expect something in return, right? So I mean, what do they enjoy? What do they get by it? I think food is one of them, and I think if the food is good, people usually have a good day, and they have like. If someone else's day is memorable for you, I think it needs to have something for you. So if the food is good, it's a good day.
All right, okay. So thank you. That's all about your speaking test.
You're welcome.